Hey, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Today I'll be making this beer earring. This is an earring. I made this using, lace yarn. This lace yarn is kind of fine, and you will need all this earring hook. And I also used a 1 mm hook. 1 mm hook is so that actually you can use 2 mm hook as well, or 1.5. I used one because I wanted it to be as small as possible because it's going to be an earring. Or you can turn this into a keychain. So for tutorial's sake, because this is dark color and this is kind of small, so it's kind of difficult to see the pattern. So now for tutorial's sake, I'm going to use cotton yarn and a 3 mm hook. So this beer is going to be bigger, and I'm going to make it into a keychain. So I do not have the ordinary steel keychain. I have this. So I'm going to attach it here so that you can actually attach this to your bag, to your school bag, or you can just hang it there, or you can also hang your key here together with the beer. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you're gonna start with the darker color. I chose this color hoping that it will look more like a beer. So this is actually cotton yarn. We're gonna start off by making a magic ring. Turn it around in your hand. Pull up a loop and yarn over, and you have a knot. So with this knot, I'm gonna make 7 single crochet. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 single crochet. Now I'm going to do increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in each stitch. So every stitch I'm going to do 2 single crochet. Let me add a marker. We started with 7 single crochet. Now we're going to do increase. Means 2 single crochet in each stitch. So in total we should have 14 stitches. See, this beer is gonna be, this beer mark is definitely gonna be way bigger. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14. So now for row 3, I'm gonna do single crochet followed by an increase. You do 1 single crochet. It's going to go round and round and round, just like amigurumi. 1 single crochet, increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So here we're going to do 1. Here we're going to do increase. So this row you should have 21 stitches. So you're gonna look like this. So you're gonna have 21 stitches. So row 4 you're gonna do 2 single crochet. Sorry, actually it's single crochet in the next 2. That's in 1 2 increase. So 1, let me add my marker. 2, and you do increase. So this row you should have 28 stitches. You think this color would look like beer? A bit whitish. I mean, it's kind of multicolored. Okay, so the next row. Next row, we're only going to work on the back loop. Here you have a V shape here. This is the front loop. This is the back loop. So we are going to work on the back loop. We're not going to put both, but only the back loop. So on the back loop, we're just going to do single crochet all around. So there's no increase or decrease. So this row you should have 28 stitches. So now you're gonna bend this way and make it look more like a cup. This row I am going to slip stitch to the first. Make it look more like it's going to like even up. Only this row here, the cup, at least it look more. Anyway, it's multicolor, can't really see. So you can actually slip stitch, or you can just continue to go round and round and round. So this row I made a slip stitch, and after this I'm going to do, this is row 6, this row 5, so now I'm going to go to row 6. So row 6 I'm going to do single crochet all around from row 6 until row 12. Single crochet all around, and you will have the side of the beard. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 12. Again, this is how it looked like. Did I say cup just now? I'm sorry, it should be a glass, right? Do we drink beer in a cup? So if you want the glass to be taller, mine is from row 6 to row 12, single crochet all around. So if you want the glass to be taller, you can make a few more rows. But I guess mine, I just want it to be around this height. So now, before I start to do decrease, I'm going to do one more row of single crochet all around, but only on the back loop. So from now on, every row is only on the back loop until the end. Only on the back loop, not the front, not both, just the back loop, just this back loop, just the back loop here. So now I'm going to do single crochet all around, only on the back loop. So there's no increase or decrease here, so the total number of stitches in this row is still 28, and you get one line like this. This line is for us to create the white foam later on. So now we're going to start to do decrease. We're going to do 2 single crochet, then decrease, single, single, decrease, single crochet, all on the back loop only. Single crochet, single crochet, then we do a 2 together. Oops, only on the back loop. 1, 2, and you do a 2 together. You just take this back loop instead of the front loop. You take this back loop and this back loop. It's not gonna be easy, it's gonna be a little bit tight. Single crochet, single crochet, and do a 2 together. Just take the back loop and the back loop, yarn over 2, yarn over 2. Or you can actually do the other 2 together where you yarn over all. this is the difficult part because we're using the back loop. It's kind of tight. 1, 2, and the last decrease. Back loop, back loop. So now we're going to do decrease again. This time it's going to be 1 single crochet also on the back loop, 1 single crochet. Let me add my marker, followed by a decrease. Single crochet, decrease. Your decrease, or it's also known as 2 together, you can actually yarn over all if you want. I yarn over 2 and 2, but if you want to yarn over all, you can. Like this, and yarn over all. Single crochet and 2 together, only on the front, sorry, the back loop. Okay, before I get carried away, now it's time to add the stuffing. Even for the earring, I did add a bit of a stuffing. If not, it would not plump up. The beer glass will not plump up. Plump it up nicely. There you have it. Wow, look at that. You compare both of these. This is so small. Okay, now we're going to do decrease all around. Also on the back loop only. So you should have 7 sets of it. And by the time on the 7th stitch, you should be able to seal it. You have one finger to hold the stuffing down and take only on the back loop and the back loop. Oops, it's kind of tight, so this one can't really do fast because it's on the back loop. It's kind of tight. This is the last one. Okay, still a tiny hole there. Cut the yarn, get a tapestry needle, sew on to all the back loop. I used to sew on all the front loop, but for this beer, just sew on all the back loop. Sew on all the back loop and you pull, and you pull your yarn to the far end of another side. You can just go anywhere, just about anywhere. That's how I hide my yarn. You can hide it anywhere, especially around these lines here, because we're going to cover this top here with the white yarn. But you make sure you do not cover up these stitches here, because we need all this front loop to make the beer foam. And you just go to the back and hide the yarn. You can push the yarn back inside. As for the earring, I won't be able to do this because the yarn is kind of fine. I have to cut the yarn. This one I can just hide it back inside. Once you hide it, you plumb it up, shape it around, and you get yourself a beer glass. So now we're going to do the handle, the cup handle here. We're going to, okay, we're going to make a magic ring. Okay, magic ring. Make a knot. And we make 6 single crochet. Okay, 6 single crochet, and you just continue to single crochet all around. This is my one. And you single crochet all around. No increase, no decrease. Okay, flip it back. It should look like this. And you continue to do single crochet all around. Continue to do single crochet all around until you get the length that you want. Measure it against the glass to see it makes a nice handle. So I'll come back to you once I have the length that I want. Okay, I have it until here. I did not count how many rows actually. I just measure it against the glass. I think this should be just about right. If it's too small, then the hole here will be very small. So at least this looks more like a glass, right? So no stuffing needed. All you have to do is flatten it. I've cut my yarn and I leave a long tail for sewing. Okay, let me make 1 or 2 stitch here first. Because it's of the same color, so it's easier. You can just hide your yarn just about anyway. Okay, let's do a few more here. If you're gonna poke it somewhere far, you make sure you follow the line, the crochet line. Oops, not too tight. And here, oops, it got kind of loose, so let me stitch that back. If you think it's not tight enough, let's do a few more. Okay, it should come up about here, just right underneath the this line. This is the line where we're going to make the foam. Okay, flatten it, so it should be around here. This won't be easy because this is the magic ring part. Or if you do not want to make the magic ring, you can actually make a circle. You can single crochet and make it into a circle where it'll be easier for you to sew. So you just make sure this looks like a cup handle. Flatten it and it will look more like a cup handle. Is it too long? Actually, you can shape it around, because now I'm still it's not tightened yet, so maybe after a few more stitches you look more like a glass handle. It's easier to sew this glass handle compared to this one, because first it's dark color and the yarn is kind of fine, so it's kind of difficult to, and this is kind of soft because I didn't make it into a round. It's kind of difficult to see, so I just make lines. I just make single crochet, foundation chain, and then I just do single crochet, or you can do double crochet, and then you make a line, so it's kind of soft. But anyway, no one's gonna hold this like this. So this one, it's kind of solid because it's made it in a round, so it's kind of thick. So this one you can actually hold it. Make it a few more rounds just in case. Okay, then you can hide your yarn. You can just hide it anywhere. Here you can just shape it around. You want it to be this way or more on this way, more this way. So here, just poke through anywhere. You can just hide the yarn. I think I got too much yarn left. Let's cut it. So here, now we're going to do the white part, the top part. So here you see these lines here. I'm gonna start from here and work my way up. If you're gonna start from here, it's gonna be this way. It's kind of difficult to work with, so I'm gonna go this way. So you just grab the yarn, preferable white. It's gonna be the foam. You go through the first outer this loop here, and you see this line here, the front loop that we left behind. Okay, you grab a white yarn and chain 3. And then you slip stitch to the next. While you slip stitch, hide this white tail along. Slip stitch. It's not easy to hold because it's kind of small. You can chain 3, chain 5, chain 2, chain 6, or chain 3, or chain 1 even. So this is a chain 3. Then you can do a chain 5. And you go to the next one. Sorry, you go to the same one. Go to the same stitch, you slip stitch. Actually, it doesn't really matter. You can go to the next one or you can go to the same one. It will still look like this. And then after you alternate, after you chain 3 or chain 5, then you alternate with chain 2. You go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch. So you have all this foam forming. So you go to the next one, slip stitch, and you chain, let's say chain 4 into the same stitch, slip stitch. This tail here, can actually hide it, and you do a slip stitch to the next, oops, do a slip stitch to the next stitch, and then you can do a chain 5 or chain 6, up to you. Or you can alternate between 3, 5, 2, 3, 6. So you go back to the same stitch, you slip stitch. Whoops. Then you go to the next, you slip stitch, and you chain 2, and go to the same stitch, and you do a slip stitch. So all your foam will look like this. So you continue, you see this line here, you just continue up to here, and then you can attach it to your earring, your handphone, if you have a handphone strap, or your bag, or your keychain. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row or the top. So this is how it looked like, the final product. So you can treat this like a toy, or you can add it onto a keychain or a strap like this, and you can hook it onto your bag. So isn't it cute? Cheers! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in my next post.